was this time that we went to a village that has never heard the gospel. It was me and three other brothers from the congregation that I preach. And so when we got there, we started ministering to people, and the people invited us. And then, they have houses where we sleep. These are people that have not developed anything. They don't have any metallic or anything like a roof. And so they have mud houses where you have trees and grass on top of it, and then they put their cow dug on top of the house, and we went in there and sleep. Now, some people do not want to sleep there because of the kind of smell that it makes. So some people opt to sleep with the goats or inside the cows. Now, while we were sleeping at the night, there were these wild animals, including the hyenas. Hyena makes very bad sound over the night when coming trying to scare the goats and the cows from home so that they can run away from the fence and they start eating from the outside. Now, this brother had these animals. If this is where God wants me to be, then I'm no longer going to preach. Where it's done. Let these people just go to hell. I'm not going to help them anymore to know the gospel. And then I had to intervene. That was 2 in the morning, so I had to come again and call him, brother. There is nothing wrong here. It's just about the wild animals, but everything is okay. And then we slept a little again. Then they come the morning. Then there was a nearby school. This school is a primary school, actually owned by the government. And then the head teacher invited us to go and speak for the Christian Union on Friday morning, because at the time the children were allowed to hear the gospel. So I had the privilege. So I told them, hey, let's go to the school. So I had the privilege. So I told them, hey, let's go to the school. To God. And then I also had the opportunity to speak. And after that, this brother just meditated upon himself and then said, Nathan, I'm so sorry that I made a conclusion from a situation that I did not understand. And I believe God wants his souls as well to be saved, like in any other part of this world. And so from there, we realize that you might see something from the beginning as if it is very hard, but toward the end, you realize that the Lord is always in control.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So tell us who you are, your name, where you're from, and an interesting fact.
Well, my name is Nathan Kisakui Oloumu. Now that is a Maasai name. I come from Kenya, East Africa, from a county called Kajiado, and I am a Maasai man by tribe. Now that really identifies us. Now the interesting part about me, I am married to one very beautiful and faithful wife, Florence, and then we are blessed with two children. These are two little girls. One is Ramona, and the other one is Penina, who is actually 7 months old now. And we are so thankful to God. Now, I'm a gospel preacher. I started preaching in the year 2006 when I was a very young boy. When everybody migrated, all men migrated because there was a severe drought in this area. And the young women also moved with the cows and the goats to go and help their husbands and their cows and everything. I was a primary boy. And then I was left in the church with these old women who did not know how to read the Bible. And so they just came, or we just all of us came to church on Sunday morning. And so people started, women just started singing and they sang, they prayed. But it came to a time when they needed to read the word, and nobody knows how to read. I was a young boy, just class 7 boy. Actually, you call it grade 7. And then they said to me, okay, eh, our young boy Nathan, we know you're very young and you're also still schooling, so you may not be able to know how to read. But please just open whichever page comes in the Bible. That's where God wants us to hear from. Just read there. So I just opened the Bible like this, and then there comes Psalms 133. And so I read slowly with them, and then one of them got up and tried to help me to interpret what it means because I was a young guy and so I don't know anything about it. And then from there, preaching started. And then by 2012, I went out because that was a denomination called the Christian Church. And I was able to read my Bible and come to the truth. I went to establish the first congregation in Maasai land for the Lord's Church, that's Church of Christ Level, where I'm preaching at the moment. And then from there, we began a step of faith. to establish more congregations. Right now we have close to 20 faithful churches among the Maasai. But again, I was also able to help establish a children's home up there that we did primary school and orphanage where they can sleep and get a bowl of water. Then in 2020, I was blessed again by God. I saw at some point like there was a challenge, there was some kind the devil really tried to attack me and the entire ministry. But I'm thankful the Lord opened again another door, and I went to another area to comfort several brothers that were Baptist preachers, and they became obedient to the faith. Then from there, we also started another orphanage up there. It is now operating. Two of them are actually operating. And we are so thankful to God. And toward this year, 2020, the Lord has seen me through. I am now working with the prison ministry. As you see, I am at a place, a coastal region of Kenya, not with my family. I am at a rented facility at the moment, working with the government for the prison ministry to teach them the gospel and trying to advise them or do counseling, psychological, spiritual, and all those manner of things. So I'm really thankful. So that's the Nathan.
That's good. And so tell us, as you know, on the show, we like to do 3 strategies where we can help people share their faith with others. So what are 3 strategies that you have, that will help others share their faith?
Well, one of the strategies is that you begin by you having faith. Just have faith in God, that there is a God in heaven who controls everything. But again, there's that kind of you being very kind to people. You go out to people, you meet someone, talk to them, and say, hello, how are you doing? And then finally, you introduce Jesus, that you're going to pray for them. You pray for their need. So the first one comes with that kind of faith. And this faith is just you have from your personal point of view, or from your standing point, you are believing and trusting God for that opportunity. And then once you go to this person, from there, you try to be very, you call it, I want to use a light term here, that you try to be as kind as much as you can. You greet people, try to understand their problems, encourage them that there is a God in heaven who listens, who cares, and whatever you're going through, then the Lord will still is gonna see you through, and so you don't have to worry about anything. And then from there, someone will try to be humble. Someone will see you are care. Then they will invite you. They will give you an opportunity to listen, to share the gospel with them and pray with them. But again, just after being kind, then again, there's that kind of a commitment where you show from your end that you're not just trying to show that even yourself. And so someone will listen to you and say like, how am I going to believe this guy? Now you start from your end, then someone will understand.
You've been listening to Be Brave. The world right now is a crazy place, and sharing the love of God is the most important thing we can do right now. We hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, hit up gobebrave.org. Remember, the love of God is the most powerful force in the universe. Learn how to love like Jesus. See you next time.